Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Stefan playing Stellaris, and today we're going to continue on our series with episode 3 of the Purifier Challenge. So far, where we left off, we're discovering quite a lot of area around our empire, and also quite a lot of anomalies, virtually in every system. We have also found a holy world, the Prophet's Retreat. That means that the Holy Empire will be somewhere in this direction. Hopefully it will not be over in these hyperlanes so that it doesn't impede our progress. It just means that this area of the galaxy is completely secure, at least until 200 or so years in. So, let's continue on. I'll report back with anything new.
Anomaly found.
Strong energy emissions of an unknown origin make the asteroid stand out from the rest of its peers in the crowded asteroid field. Let's see.
Technology secured.
And looks like we got tech. We got the blue laser. So now I'm actually going to go for automated exploration protocols to discover even more systems. And I'll also go for the map the Stars Edict, which I really should have gone for in the last episode, but we can do that now. That means that hopefully there's going to be even more systems that we survey, and even more anomalies that we discover.
Star system charted.
And looks like that anomaly was a weapon's target range. Asteroid TBR 63089 is pockmarked with craters from weapon blasts, and appears to have been used as a target range by someone roughly 2 millennia ago. Residual energy readings suggest they tested increasingly exotic weaponry, including subspace bombs and some kind of singularity generator. Our scientists will be interested in studying the unusual energy echoes that remain. I really wouldn't mind getting my hands on some of this interesting tech.
Technology secured.
Alright, now we have our farms. So I think for now I'm going to go for genome mapping. I'm going to go for the Spiritualist Ascension. And so biological modifications will actually come in handy. We also actually have a scientist that we can recruit just for this. Let's do that. Another world. And it looks like we actually have more miners. So that makes 2. Both of the planets guarded by the miners are very large planets, and so eventually I will want to build up my strike force to take them out.
Technology secured.
Afterburners. They should be automatically fitted to every single one of my construction ships as well as science ships, and so that should make them faster. Now we could go for robotics. However, this is not a robotic playthrough, this is going to be quite spiritualist, and so instead I'm just going to go for ceramic metal armor.
Anomaly found.
The atmospheric patterns of Nordak are highly atypical for a gas giant of modest size. Let's research this. This could be an actual barren world. What a creative name. ISS Expansion. Rodent 3? More like Abyssal Rhodesia. And indeed I was correct. It's a deceptive giant. What we had assumed was an abnormally small gas giant is in fact not. Beneath the deceptive cover of thick dust swirling in the upper atmosphere lies a regular planet. A barren planet, but a planet nonetheless. That's proven quite embarrassing to the astronomical community of the Abyssal Genesis. And now, the scientist gets more experience.
Megamod research vessel under attack.
I guess I should have set the science ship to evasive, not passive. So now, we're just gonna get a new scientist. Even more miners. I wonder where their mother base is. You know, in fact I could probably just research the Beta Menace and it'll tell me all about it. So let's do that. Got confirmation of what we know already. The ancient mining drones. Reports of deep space drones in certain systems have been investigated. Drones appear to be the workers and custodians of an autonomous orbital mining operation, established millennia ago and then soon abandoned by all but the drones themselves, judging by the state of the processing equipment. The drones possess powerful mining lasers and make obviously threatening, if not outright hostile, overtures towards the monstrous vessels when approached. They may only be all drones, but they should be kept under close watch by the Fangs of the Abyss. Let's establish a listening port and check them out. Holy, that takes 40 months. Let's not do that just yet.
Construction complete.
Now I think I'm gonna go for the Chosen to increase my pop happiness and increase my starbase influence cost. Alrighty, our first encounter. The Hanflir Conservers. Yes, we've heard it all before. We are the Hanflir Conservers, and you're the Fangs of the Abyss. Greetings, well met. Stay out of our space or face certain doom, and so forth. Now you'll excuse us, we're quite busy. You walk the path of heresy, alien scum. First alien encounter. The news that we have encountered intelligent alien life for the first time has shaken our society to the core. Leaked footage of these bizarre creatures is spreading through the media outlets across the Fangs of the Abyss, and many citizens have been gripped by panic. Rioting has been reported in several cities on the Abyssal Genesis. The strange Xenos have achieved a level of technology far beyond our own, and they appear to have been spacefaring for thousands of years, possibly even longer. Fortunately for us, their kind appear to be a decrepit and stagnating species. Their age is over. The time of the Abyssal Monstratum has come. The only problem I see is if the Holy Empire is right here, that means that we're going to be landlocked. And if we're landlocked between two Holy Empires, that will really not be good. So now I really have to bank on the Fallen Empire over in this direction to not be in any of these systems, because if it is, we're stuck. An anomaly. We have briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this planet. It might have been a glitch in our systems, or it could be a sign of something more. I'm actually going to leave this be. I'm going to have this scientist go and explore some of these systems, because finding out whether or not we're locked is way more important than finding some anomalies.
Anomaly found.
Interior imaging of Heka 1A suggests massive underground caverns way below the planet's surface. These may be worth investigation. I want to see what those are. Ooh, I've never seen this one before. Liquid metal lakes. Investigation of the caverns below the surface of Heka 1A revealed them to be filled with a silvery liquid metal that flows from cavern to cavern in gleaming rivers, pooling into underground lakes. More surprising still is the discovery that this metal substance shares many key properties with organic life forms, including responding to environmental stimulus and exhibiting self-sustaining processes. It remains to be seen whether this exceptional metal should be classified as truly alive, but it may have several practical applications in our engineering technology. So this seems to be just a new project for living metal, which was already in the game. And we have living metal discovered. Does that mean we can actually collect it? Oh my god, we can actually collect it without having to do 200 months of research. Thank God. Phew, I guess we dodged a bullet there. Looks like the Hejam Guardians are actually not blocking us. Thank God. Another child. Know that we are the Hejam Guardians, the chosen people of this galaxy. Respect our holy places and we may refrain from annihilating you. So I'll say to you the same thing as I've said to the other guys. You walk the path of heresy, alien scum. Also, I'm pretty sure I only queued up 3 Fallen Empires to spawn. So having 2 of them spawn pretty much right next to each other, what are the chances? So now I can actually be more or less relaxed with our territorial prospects.
Technology secured.
I think I'm actually going to go for the Gene Clinic just because it gives Unity.
Technology secured.
I think I'm going to go for self-evolving logic because even though it's going to take 123 months, I do have a scientist for it. And so that's only going to take 119 months, which is still pretty crazy, but considering that we're going to increase our physics research eventually, means that hopefully it's not actually going to take that long. Huh, this is quite interesting. A bunker bot. We have traced the unusual electromagnetic radiation emanating from Algebra 5 to a secret subterranean bunker hiding a megacomputer the size of a battleship. Our researchers suspect that it may have been there for several thousand years, hard at work solving a single very complex problem, the nature of which still eludes us. When the crew attempted to interact with the computer, they discovered that the facility, which has appeared to be both abandoned and unguarded, was in fact operated by a security AI, the highest purpose of which seems to be frying its visitors alive. As the crew defeated the AI, they broadcasted a message to an unknown recipient. So we can either scrap it for parts, get 100 minerals out of it, use it to boost our research for 120 months, or let it continue its mysterious calculation. I have never seen this before. I bet this is one of the new ones. So why not let it continue? We better not disturb it. Whatever problem the computer is trying to solve, it seems important. By chance, we stumble upon a faint alien signal during the survey of this moon. The source appears to be a small object in orbit. The signal contains no message. Could it be distress responder? And we have found a mummified pilot. The mummified remains of a single individual belonging to a previously unknown mammalian species have been found drifting in high orbit over Algorab 4A. The being is dressed in what appears to be a flight suit complete with a helmet and may have been a fighter pilot that ejected out some ancient battle only to be forgotten and left behind. Our study of the corpse has provided some interesting data. That's so sad.
Anomaly found.
Another one. A colossal impact crater hints that something big collided with the surface of this planet once. A massive crater on Algorab 1 appears to be a result of the collision with a starship. From the size of the crater, we suspect that a ship exiting hyperlane at maximum velocity rammed the planet for reasons unknown roughly 10,000 years ago. The ISS Sagaracious has picked up the residual substance echoes near the crash site, reminiscent of a collapsed hyperparticle field. But as the ship itself disintegrated on impact, the theory cannot be verified.
Anomaly found.
We have briefly detected some unusual energy ring emanating from this planet. It might have been a glitch in our systems, or it could be a sign of something more. And I'm willing to bet it's not a glitch, considering that now we can't fail the actual anomalies.
Star system charted.
Appropriation won't really help us at this point, so I'll go for colonial viceroys instead. That way I'll also get the symbol of purity, which is quite interesting because it gives us about 4 unity, I believe. While approaching Algorab 2, the ISS Sagacious suddenly received a glancing hit by several passing mass driver rounds. The projectiles were billions of years old, and based on the trajectory, they appear to be stray rounds fired from a neighboring galaxy. After missing their intended target, they continued on their journey for untold millennia, until today. The rounds we have recovered are of advanced design despite their incredible age. I'm liking this.
Anomaly found.
Looks like we have more unusual energy rings, so we know for sure that it's not going to be the bullet this time. Oh, I see why. There was a lot of weird sound, and that's because communications with the Zero Corp were established as Titanic life was going on. So first, let's cover Titanic life. The native life of Abyssal Rhodesia is built on an epic scale, far larger than anyone previously thought was possible for biological life. The question now in the minds of our researchers is, what's their secret and how can we benefit from it? Proposals to study the native life in greater detail are flooding in. We can proceed with the study, we can leave them alone, or we can eat them. So let's do that. That actually boosted our food production by a massive amount. So considering that we got this very early on, this is actually a very huge boon, and bigger than 50% food bonus. And now we're receiving transition from the Independent Space Station of Zero Corp. They have translated our language. Those scum. Welcome to Zero Corp. We are a business conglomerate operating out of the Numbers system, specializing in the trade of minerals, food, and energy, the very building blocks of civilization, and we like to stay here as Zero Corp. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you're interested in making a good deal. Well, we can't make a deal with someone we hate, so bye-bye with you. Microsingularity. A microsingularity recently intersected Rint Beckham 2, passing straight through the core and merging on the other side of the planet. The encounter does not seem to have caused any permanent damage, but it has altered the energy output of the planetary core slightly in a way that defies a code scientific model. Blah blah blah, we get physics. What I've also found interesting is that we can actually hallow a planet, a Gaia world, even if it's a holy world. So I guess this world can be holy for both the Fallen Empire and our Empire. And now, let's hallow a size 25 Gaia. No, it doesn't matter that it's a holy world, but it sounds nice. In cooperation with theological experts, several scryers have independently confirmed prophets read in the Irjigen system as being worthy of particular veneration. Official recognition is sure to boost the public's appreciation of this mysterious world. May the prophets read be hallowed. So now we get World Warship, which increases our monthly unity by 10%, Prophetry is now a hollow world, and the Hejim Guardians have Rever's Holy World opinion modifier towards the Fang of the Abyss. Let's see if that's positive or negative. Oh my, it's actually positive. So it is actually a good thing that their Holy World is within our system. Infectious? Several population districts in the Abyssal Rhodesia has fallen ill to an ungodly new disease unknown to our scientists. Vile sickness evolves, making it hard to understand, but all types of it makes the mind falter as it festers in the body. If no measures are taken, we might lose many, I assume that is meant to be souls, to the darkness. Let's build a hospital and send the ill there. So, can I just do that? Perfect. The emergency clinic of the Abyssal Rhodesia seems to have been able to cure its test group from their illness. We should send more there for treatment. Excellent. The last of the infected on Abyssal Rhodesia is no more. It appears that the disease cannot spread to any new hosts at this point. Scourge is over. And now we got a sweet, sweet plague memorial. You know, I'm liking these events. Quite fun. The signal we intercepted was a distress call from a ship in orbit around Ibaka 4. The ship is not giving off any heat signatures and seemed to be drifting. A special project has been issued to investigate what has happened to the crew. I know what's going to happen. Chances are it's an infectious virus that's going to destroy our science ship. So we don't have time for this.
Technology secured.
Sensor echoes have indicated the presence of some kind of unidentified object deep within the atmosphere of this gas giant. I wonder, what is this? We also got a society research, and now I think I'm going to go for adaptive bureaucracy.
Anomaly found.
The material composition of this asteroid differs significantly from its neighbors. It likely has a different origin from the other bodies of the asteroid belt and should be investigated more closely. I wonder, is this on the shoulders of giants? Probably is. That would mean 5 minerals from this one asteroid. Guess I was wrong. It is a corpulite asteroid. Although it's difficult to accept, all indications point towards asteroid SSD-09L being a corpulite, a piece of fossilized species from some kind of massive life form. It appears to be almost a billion years old, and much of the fossil's original organic composition has been replaced by mineral deposits. Our scientists are baffled as to what kind of creature could have produced something like this. Quite remarkable. And now from this gas giant, we get a shattered cruiser. The shattered remains of a cruiser-sized starship can be detected on a decaying orbit deep inside the atmosphere of Hadron 6. It appears to have ventured far into the gas giant's atmosphere, perhaps in a desperate attempt to escape a pursuer, only to be crushed by the atmospheric pressure. The vessel is too deep to be salvaged, but a structural scan of the wreckage has provided us with some interesting engineering data. Remarkable.
Anomaly found.
Ooh, it looks like we got rhythmic movement coming from the hellish surface of Hadron 2A. We also have researched the destroyer. Now, of course, we're gonna go for star holds. That'll mean more slots on my ship bases, and I should actually start developing them now. And I'm gonna keep one starport free so that I can block something off. I guess that's what all the rhythm was about. The measured pounding observed from orbit is the motion of immense and ancient geothermal extractors, breathing at last. Built in and abandoned at some point in their distant past, the vast batteries of disintegrated machinery have been pumping up superheated fluids from the planet's core ever since. Their storage capacitors are all broken or leaking, but some energy can still be siphoned from them. 1,000 energy credits.
Anomaly found.
We have more unusual energy readings from this planet. Let's see, it's probably not a glitch. And yes, it was not a fluke, we have a magnetic reversal. The magnetic field of Hadron 2 experienced a complete reversal while it was observed by the ISS Sagacious. This rare event has interchanged the position of the planet's magnetic poles. Fortunately, it was all recorded by the sensors of our ship, providing our scientists a lot of valuable data. So much research. I love anomalies.
Anomaly found.
The asteroid WOA 800 is emitting some form of radiation in controlled bursts. Is something, trying to communicate with us? A cobbled together comms repeater has been inexpertly slapped on WOA 800. Science officer Vasily Kolosov is confident this is part of a relay network for pirate communications. Initial analysis indicates that the messages relayed are not of a particularly sensitive nature, but rather private intership communications between individual crew members. Let's learn about life in deep space. It looks like this scientist also has statecraft. So let's just quickly assign him for his expertise. Alright, we have more XENO scum. This time, it's the Curators. Greetings, Star Travelers. We are the Curators. Our ancient order was established eons ago by the various galactic powers in ascendancy at the time. We're dedicated towards the preservation of all knowledge in an effort to safeguard the galaxy from descending into yet another dark age of mass extinction and barbarism. We failed. Few of us remain today, but we are no less committed to our sacred mission than our predecessors were. We're willing to share some of our knowledge with you for a price. Well, you bet I'm gonna usher in another dark age of mass extinction of barbarism. Here's XENO scum. You'll get wiped out too. We have bits and pieces of metal strewn across BJIJ-087 surface. And it looks like a hunk of a ship. Wreckage is deserted, but energy rings remain. Let's see what they are. So we have research that is completed. At this point, I think I'm gonna go for some off-world trading because now, with starholds being researched, I'll actually be able to exploit them. We also got traditions. Let's check out that symbol of purity. So the symbol of purity is planet unique. It grants 4 unity and it gives us 20% extra governing ethics attraction. Oh no, a stranded scientist. The wreckage on the asteroid BJIJ-087 is the remains of a vessel belonging to a now stranded scientist, Ishniora, identifying themselves as belonging to the hitherto unknown species. Amidst the wreckage, she somehow managed to contact Krill Tidalf, science officer stationed aboard the Eyes of Sagacious, and is requesting to be rescued. She explains that her collision was due to malfunctioning navigational sensors and that she has been unable to leave the asteroid for several years. She claims her scientific knowledge will be without equal and that she will be a very valuable asset. She points to her survival as proof of that. So we have the option of taking a XENO in. We can either leave the XENO, but have the chance of getting some negative traits, or hire the XENO and maybe kill her off. Holy hell, she's quite powerful. Expertise in computing and spark of genius? She's getting 25% boost to computing technology. Still a dirty evil XENO, but you know, you gotta get research somehow, right? So now, it seems like a good time to wrap up the episode. Today has been quite interesting. I have discovered 2 fallen empires, one of which is actually not hateful towards us, and is clearly blocking out another empire that is somewhere in this area. We got quite lucky, and the fact that we hired a XENO goes against our values, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do. Next episode, I'll continue to expand, and hopefully I will meet someone over in this direction. So see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.